Hello, everybody. I think we're live. Takes a minute to be sure, but I hope you're all doing really well. Oh yeah, hi. How are you? Just as I was going live, that guy Siri that I messaged, like I comment on his live stream just to annoy him. He just saw my comment earlier, and he's already having a fucking meltdown as we speak.
I commented on his live stream yesterday.
Oh, did you actually comment it?
Yeah, he was talking about your bitch and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, he's given out to you saying how you're disrespectful for making a skit with your niece.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's referring to women and me specifically as your bitch.
And if you weren't with me, he wouldn't be calling you a bitch. He'd be all respectful and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, but I commented and I was like, you're not very respectful if you're referring to women as bitches.
Yeah. It's fucking like the only B word that a woman should be called is beautiful. Bitches love being called beautiful.
I knew something was coming after it. But
that's what she said. Never mind. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Jean Sherwood. Says beautiful room, lovely puppy. This room used to be my favorite color palette, which was gray and off gray.
When I first moved in here, I literally walked into the house, took one look around and said, is your favorite color gray, or do you just not know how to mix other colors? To which you replied a little bit of both.
Yeah. No, a lot of bit of both.
Yeah.
Now we've got like sparkly blue wall. Literally, we went to pick out paint. And I had a really bad hangover because I was on the piss the night before with the lads. And of course, the best idea ever. What is that dog doing? Minnie, stop! Yeah, for fuck's sake. Anyway, the worst thing you can do when you're hungover is pick out fucking paint. So I was just like, what color do you want? Let's just because in my mind, I'm thinking we go into the shop, we get the color, and then we leave, right? Like that, you would think.
No, you have to decide on a color, and then you have to decide what hue of that color, and then you have to decide what finish.
And halfway through doing that, you have to go for lunch and then think about it and then look up what matches it and all this kind of shit.
Of course.
Jason Orr says, hello, Irish, love to come visit your country sometimes on my bucket list. Definitely worth it. Check it the fuck out. You would love beautiful. It. Where we live is stunning.
And it has such great heritage as well. If you're interested in kind of sightseeing and historical sites, then Ireland is a good place for that.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, where we live, we now, in fairness, this is like a dream place for us to live.
It is.
Little warm, cozy cottage on a really historical farm. Like, there's... Are you barking at Missy?
You saying hello?
You saying hello? Oh, babe, put her face up to the microphone, see what she does. She just plonks her nose on it. It's really cute. What's that? Anyway, enough of the dog. Stephen, good to see you, my friend. Stephen Kurtianik. Can you say it, Stephen? Hold on, I need to zoom in. How do you zoom in, man? Oh. Yep, there we go. Oh, hey, how come it keeps... What the...
I don't know what you're doing there.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
That's very big.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Wait a fucking minute. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, Stephen, good to see you, my friend, for £20. Thank you so much. Says, all right, Demon, back home finally. You still never emailed me back. Oh, shit. Yeah. That's the email I was telling you about today. I was quite sick for the last few days. So I've been what have I been doing this last few days?
Vegging out.
Like, Chloe got back from work the other day. She was like, oh, did you clean up the place? Like, I picked her up from work. And I was like this in the car, like, oh, have you felt like shit? She's like, have you cleaned up? I was like, yeah, I cleaned up a little bit. What did I do? In the hall. You were only delighted telling my mom the other day.
Oh, he lit some candles?
A candle.
Well, a candle. I came into the house and I was expecting it to be like somewhat tidy. And I walked in, I was like, oh, it smells good. That's a start. I looked over, he had a candle lit, and then I walked through the rest of the house and realized that was
No, but like the house is
only
never
thing.
messy, in fairness.
No.
But never, like, I've got very high cleaning standards in the house, don't I?
Yeah.
So even I was like, babe, I'm sorry, I did nothing. She was like, the place is spotless. I was like, no, but look at that couch cushion over there. It's the wrong way around. Anyway, so that's why I didn't get around to emailing you back. She would absolutely love one, by the way, if it's what I'm thinking of, if it's the email I'm thinking of.
Who would love what?
Never you mind. It's between me and Steve, and it's a surprise for you for your new business. Chloe wants to start a new business. I probably describe what it is really badly. You describe it here in a sec. I'll just read the rest of this. She says, how does Mrs. Demon put up with the legend that is Irish Demon? We'll put that to you in just a sec. Go on anyway. Actually, answer that first.
Well, with great difficulty. No, I'm only messing. He is a delight 90% of the time.
What about the other 10% of the time?
The other 10%, I'm not with you. So.
Oh, very nice. And what would you say I'm easy to live with?
Depends on the day.
That's fair.
You're very particular about certain things.
I was just telling them about this earlier, how particular I am about noise.
Yes.
Touch of like certain cloth and shit like that.
Yeah. I suppose we all have those little.
Yeah, that's nice and all, but mine are pretty bad, aren't they?
No, they're fine.
But I'm good.
It's what makes you at the same time.
That's a fair point. It can be like, I'm sure
you wouldn't
it can
be you without all your little
quirks. Yeah, that's a fair point. What would you say? Actually, all right, I'll do the AMA here. What would you say is the hardest part about living with me? Oh, I know what it is before you even answer. You know that thing I do in bed? Eating snacks at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I was like,
your face.
I was like, where is he going with this?
Fuck, this thing's hot, man.
I thought you meant your smelly arse.
Do we need to get into that? That's you.
No.
Chloe is tiny, but she rips ass like a grown ass man. That's all I'm saying. What would you say is the best part about living with me?
The spontaneity, like being like, I fancy ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning. You'd be like,
and then we just jump in the car and go to McDonald's. Yeah, that's true. Or the time Chloe was in here sitting on the couch and we'd been through some shit and you were a bit sad. I was like, hey, what are you doing next week? She's like, nothing. Why? I was like, we're going to Spain. What? Same question to me about you.
Yeah.
You
What's the
me.
Worst thing about living with me?
There's two worst things. Okay.
Here I was thinking that maybe you were going to find it hard to pick one.
That I was going to be smooth.
Mm-hmm,
no. Mm-hmm. There's two. The first one is the indecisiveness. We talk about this every day.
Yes.
So mostly when it comes to food, it's like, I don't know.
It's because I want everything at the same time, but I know I can only pick one thing. So I don't want to pick something and then be disappointed with my
we have to
choice.
Tell him about the fucking ice cream last night. We'll tell him in a second.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, the indecisiveness. And
can I just clarify? I only asked for one, but
okay, we'll just leave it at that.
On.
So, because the other one,
no, I'm intrigued now.
The untidiness, not untidiness, but the I wear this shirt that Mr. Demon just washed, right, and dried because I do all the laundry. Will I wear this shirt? No, I think I'll wear a different one. Into the ether. And the best thing is. There's so many to choose from.
Oh, wow.
Like there really is. But your laugh, your chuckle is the cute. You have the cutest. You haven't heard her full belly laugh yet. It's the cutest laugh in the world. It fucking is. Anyway, and then he says also, who'd win in a fight? Skeptic with one hand behind his back or Chili? Oh, Skeptic hands down. I've seen him throw hands, and my God, for a small guy, he can fucking throw hands. Oh, big time, like fucking big time.
Well, in fairness, I think a lot of people could beat Chili.
Yeah, well, you've seen him. He's like this little fucking little
he
gremlin.
Looks like he might be a little bit athletic, but also that he'd run away if somebody even blew in his direction.
I see. I know you've watched my channel for a while and you used to watch it longingly before we actually met in person. But did you ever see the one where he's getting all tough with a couple of dudes on the street and then one of them says something or does something and he's like, I gotta go dark, and then he runs away or shouting at other people? She's a very classy lady. She sure is.
Oh, thank you.
You should see her done up for work in the Floki, stop that now. He's growling at the new puppy.
He's just a bit jealous.
Dina Marie 84 says Mrs. Demon is adorable. You shouldn't have put the S on the end there. It's just Mr. To you. That's fine. Thank you again so much for that, Stephen. Really appreciate it. I'll get back to you on that there later on today. But yeah, absolutely. Sasha Rosewater for $5 says, wish I was blessed with such a pretty lady. Oh, well, hopefully someday. Congrats, Stephen. Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. And Simone, good to see you, says, I had eye surgery the other day and it's a slow healing process. So at the moment, you're a handsome blur on my screen. However, I will enjoy the sound of your voice and Chloe's too. Thank you so much indeed. Well, best of luck with the recovery from the surgery. I've had a few eye surgeries, so I fucking definitely feel your pain. It's brutal.
I just get weird about things touching my eyes.
Can you imagine what it's like when they lance your eye?
No.
You're awake and they just go like that and they're like, this might just scratch a bit. Fucking bullshit. You're about to stab me in the eye with a fucking scalpel. It's not going to scratch, is it? Oh, sorry, doctor. This might scratch a bit. Whack. Who has worse road rage, you or me?
You. Oh, you.
Bullshit. I acted out more, but you have it worse. Like when you screamed at that lady for having the audacity to cross the zebra crossing.
Well, no, see, I feel like because I was new to driving, I was more so annoyed in general, like more so annoyed at myself and my inability to
fuck, it's hot in this.
Have the foresight to slow down beforehand. So I was just kind of annoyed in general. Yes, you.
I just realized something. This is a blanket that you wear.
Yes.
So you don't have to do the whole wrapping it around your back thing.
Yeah.
How come I've never had one of these before? And it's got a fucking pocket for holding your phone and your cigarettes and puppies and stuff.
I was about to say, and your puppy.
She actually does fit in the pocket. Come on, bub. She's my little... It's your leg just disappeared. She's my little Joey. G'day, mate. Anyway. Oh, she does look like a kitten on camera, doesn't she?
She does. A lot of my friends text me and was like, oh my God, your kitten is so beautiful. And I was like, funny story, I didn't get a kitten.
Yeah, it's like, did you ever hear a kitten bark?
Yeah.
Let me see here now.
Good morning, Maggie Kiwi.
Oh, bit of an advice question here as well. Stephen says, consider it sorted. Send me that link to chat to you. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Discord or... Actually, I'll sort it out later. I have an idea. Because you're in the UK, so you'd have WhatsApp, right? So I'll email you my number and we'll WhatsApp. And we can sort it out properly. Need your advice. How do I tell someone to go away? Because I'm finishing in 5 minutes when they don't understand no. I'll give you my favorite way of doing it because you know what I'm like, right? I can be very fucking direct with people that I don't like, but if somebody's being nice to me, I'm just too nice. Like I can't be like, sorry, I have to leave. Fake phone call works. How many times have you seen me do that? I go, just 1 sec there, bud. Hello? Oh yeah, I'll be right there. Fuck, sorry, man. Like I have to take this call. I'll give you a call later. All right? Yeah, see you later. Yeah, bud. Yeah. And you walk down the street, you wait till they're gone, and be like, fucking God. But it's happened a few times where you're like, who's on the phone? I'm like, nobody. Like, but yeah. You just answer. I'm like, no.
See, for me, it would be just I would just say to them, I am so sorry, but I really got to run and do something important.
Oh, what? I'm not important enough for you. See, that's the kind of reaction you can get, yes, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, there's Frank Perry.
Good to see you, Frank. When I got a shot in my eye, it looked like silly string being shot at the camera. That's exactly what it's like. And why would you have one in Australia since it is 100? Oh, that's actually a fucking good point. It's so hot in Australia. Although in the winter there, it doesn't get cold like North Hemisphere cold. but compared to the summer, it's quite cold.
But
Like
when
an-
your body climatizes to your living environment,
Exactly.
it then, is it just the same as living over here?
Oh,
You get hot,
absolutely.
you get cold.
Yeah, like so, like we do degrees Celsius, which is the correct degree system. But when it gets to about 10 degrees Celsius in Australia, people have like puffy jackets.
What's a
and
degree versus Fahrenheit? Like,
not a fucking clue. Like I don't get America measurements at all. Like you know
would
what I
they say,
fucking
would they
hate?
measure, would you measure in feet?
They do feet and inches.
Well, the set, like I measure in feet.
See, here's the weird thing, right? So I like to use metric for everything. I'm just gonna put her down there. I like to use metric for everything, right?
Mhm.
So like if I'm making something out of wood, it'll be centimeters and millimeters and about 35. Fuck it,
Mhm, mhm.
right? But like I'll watch a video, or if I'm cooking something, that's when it drives me crazy. I'll see this recipe, like, oh, how to make gooey fucking cookies, right? For example.
Gooey.
You know those gooey cookies you like? Oh, we need to tell them about the cookies and ice cream last night. Fuck. Will you remind me of that after my little anecdote?
I will.
So you're making it, and I'm like, okay, how many grams of flour, grams of butter, and milliliters of milk do I need, right? So it's easy measurements. It's all in hundreds, right? But then they're like, so you need 6 quarts of butter, like,
No,
and 75 maracas of flour.
no. When people say, you know what confuses me? When I see a recipe and it says like 2 cups of flour, and I'm looking at all the cups that I have. in
Yeah,
the
you're like,
press,
they're all different size cups.
they're all different size cups. So which cup?
So we have the 2 cups
the
that we
right
use in the
cup.
morning. There's my cup, which is fucking huge.
Mhm.
And then there's your tiny little sip cup, because I always bring you cups of tea and you drink like 2 sips out of it. Just one sec there. Frank Perry, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. They went to D-Man, Kisker, Laney EP, good to see you, Laney. I rant a lot. And Paul Fraser of Scotland got one as well. Congratulations. Good to see you, Blind Advocate.
Oh, did Paul change his YouTube name?
He sure did. He is Paul Fraser of Scotland now. But anyway, so it's like 25 hamburgers and 16 Americas of butter. And I'm like, fuck this. And then I'm trying to look up how much is a cup, how much is a fucking how do you convert 1 cup to 16 bald eagles or whatever other American measurements there are? Just 100 grams.
It's a cup and saucer sized cup.
Well, fuck me sideways.
But is a cup? Can you not get cups and saucers in multiple different sizes?
You can get those fucking. You can get those.
But is that not like a cappuccino cup?
Cappuccino cup is like a fucking like a bowl, like it's like a fish bowl. Anyway, point being, grams, milligrams, milliliters is so much easier. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
And what about weight? I'd say measuring stone.
Yeah. So when I'm weighing out stuff, right? Like we all know how to eyeball a gram, right?
Do we?
Yeah. From baking.
No, like I wouldn't. Like I wouldn't have the first idea what a gram would look like. I would like a gram of flour, but I wouldn't. What?
Nothing.
What?
You're so adorable. You wouldn't be able to eyeball a gram, no?
No.
Moving on. So we all know how much like a gram and all that kind of stuff is, right? Well, where were we going with this?
Well, you were going somewhere. I was staying right here.
See, this is what fucking happens. Like the way you're sitting, it looks really weird. Sit up a sec. Sit kind of. Oh, that's better. Is that comfortable for you though?
Yeah. Is that good for you?
Huh?
Is that good for you?
That's great. Now, like, it's getting your good side. The other side's a fucking disaster.
Wait, hold on.
Dry cup measurements are different. Freedom units. Yeah, freedom units I don't get. Pew units. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, let's move on because we've a bit to catch up on. And then we have our stories. But real quick, Chloe finished a really long, hard day at work yesterday. And she looked particularly beautiful yesterday coming out of work, didn't she?
Thank you, sir.
No problem. And so I took her for ice cream. All right. And her favorite is the warm, gooey cookies with ice cream.
Yes.
So we had dinner first, and I was like, okay, we'll have a mini.
Wait, can I just say before you continue on the story? They just have balls of cookie dough, and then they put them into the oven and quickly cook them so that they're still kind of cookie dough on the inside, but cookie on the outside. And then they put whippy ice cream on top, and then it starts to melt into it. which makes it even softer.
Exactly. So it's
Okay.
fucking delicious,
You
right?
can carry on.
So then I went up and I got it. And the guy just went like, yeah, no worries, $5, put it in the till, and then just handed it to me. And I was like, the bottom of this is supposed to be warm. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? So anyway, I gave it to you, and she's standing at the door of the fucking place, looks at it, looks at me, takes one bite out of it. And what did you say?
I said, what kind
No,
of...
well, you had a big face on you first. I was like, do you want me to bring it back? Because it's supposed to be warm. You're like, no, it's fine.
No, I didn't say it like that. I would never, I'm not one to ever complain. Like, even if my food was burnt, I wouldn't want to
No,
go
you
up
wouldn't
and
give it back.
No, I'd never.
But you
bring...
complained to me.
Oh, yeah, no, but I mean, I wouldn't bring it
Yeah,
back.
yeah. No, I'm the same. I don't
make
like
a
it.
server redo something. Like, it's just not.
Yeah,
Because I know how it could be working somewhere where you deal with.
Oh, and they were busy
clients,
last night.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And the guy was nice. But
Yeah.
you did call him a disgusting fucking animal.
I didn't call him a disgusting animal. I said, what kind of a disgusting animal doesn't heat the cookie up?
That's basically the same as calling the man a disgusting animal.
I didn't mean that.
But you don't ask for much. All you wanted was a warm, squishy fucking cookie and cold ice cream. You got warm ice cream and a cold fucking cookie.
Pretty much.
That's fucking bullshit.
It's
Anyway.
fucking bullshit. You work hard all day.
And then you just want a warm, squishy
Yeah.
fucking ice cream cookie.
I ate
Anyway.
it anyway.
Read the Room Chippercrit says, what does Chloe want in her care package? We were chatting on Instagram earlier about what to put in it. So I was saying Muddy Buddies.
Yeah.
You would fucking love them. They're like, remember, Crave cereal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but they're way nicer. It's covered in like a sugary, powdery goodness. What else from America would you like to try that you haven't tried that you've seen like on TV and stuff?
Yeah, the box mac and cheese.
The box mac and cheese for sure. The worst kind, the better.
What's Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch.
Captain.
They call it a cereal. It's just like candy that you put milk on. I don't like it personally.
And Twizzlers are like...
Twizzlers are the, red licorice, twisty licorice.
Yes, yeah.
That's Twizzlers. They're quite nice. I had Milk Duds. They were fucking vile. They were horrible. Oh my God. Cheez-Its were nice. They're like Tucks, but round and tiny.
Okay.
They're really nice. I love American style jerky, but like real jerky, not the kind of reformed shit.
I don't think I've ever tried like
Babe,
beef jerky.
do you want to try some biltong live on the air? Who wants Chloe to try some biltong? Chloe only started eating meat recently. That's because of me. Well, I made a delicious steak one night. Behave yourself, just because I'm wearing a penis hoodie. I love...
That's very sweet of you, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much indeed. But basically anything... Oh, you know what you've got to try? Cheese whiz. Cheese whiz.
Is that the cheese in a can?
Cheese in a spray can. Like, I know that's illegal here in Ireland because we like good cheese.
No, see, I don't...
It's the only thing I hate about America. Like, I've had some great cheese in America, don't get me wrong. Like some fucking amazing smoked jack and stuff like that. But I say it every time we're at McDonald's, if I get a burger with that disgusting yellow shit that's supposed to be cheese on it, I'm like, fucking Americans.
See, I can enjoy the fact that it's not like...
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Not like artisan. It's just like artican.
Yeah, no. I
I hear you. I hear you.
You know, it's not... Like, sometimes when you eat McDonald's chicken nuggets, you kind of look down at it and go, I don't quite think that this is chicken, but at the same time, I can appreciate it for what it is.
Even if it was a pigeon. Hey.
It's fried with batter on it, so...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. The nice, like, I know I shit on American food sometimes, but the nicest food I've ever had was in Texas with JL Warren.
Oh, I'd really love to go to, like, a Texan steakhouse.
Yeah, we went to Louisiana place, Cajun place. It was fucking amazing. Myself, JL, Johnny O. There's a few others with us. I can't remember who else was with us at the time, but there was a few of us. Right? It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And where's the other place? Oh, that fucking pizza place in one of the Carolinas, South Carolina, North Carolina. Anyway, it was amazing. Righto. So yeah, those kind of things. If anybody else actually read the room, if you have a look in the side chat, anything else that anybody has ideas for, you can let Read the Room know. That'd be absolutely awesome. We can send Read the Room back an Irish care package. We'll do a video go picking it out because we got some awesome shit
and
here.
I'll have to try them all on camera for you.
Oh hell yeah. We got to get you to try some biltong in a minute. Not biltong, drovers, which is dried South African sausage. We hunted for it today and we got it, buddy. Right, we'll fly through these. Do you want to read this one? This comes from Jessica.
See, I wasn't going to get that at first. I was going to
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I was going to say Jessica.
I might be wrong. That maybe it is Jessica. No, it's Jessica. It's like a South African saying Jessica. Jessica.
Okay.
I think. Anyway.
A little boost towards your business, Mrs.
You have to
Demon.
say for £20. That's how I do it.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
When you read now super chats, if you ever see a currency that you don't recognize, so you'll see like DKD, you have to make up a fake name for it. So like Donkey Kong dollars. What is that? What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like speaking. Is that you, me?
I'd say it must be. I don't know what the fuck. Well, I don't know what we're looking down here for. We both know there's nothing down on the floor that could be talking to us.
My phone?
Mind you, it's a 650-year-old cottage, so there's a good chance there's some fucking here that's talking to us. I asked our old roommate whether he thought that the place was haunted. He was like, dude, I've been here for 430 years and I didn't notice anything. And then he just disappeared. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Jessica for £20 says, a little boost towards your business, Mrs. Demon. That is so sweet.
Isn't it?
I said earlier that starting a business is hard, but it's one of the best things you can do in the world. Good luck and best wishes for your success.
There you go now. Oh, you're going to do
really
amazing.
Sweet.
Like, you've only started your job how long ago? A couple of months ago? A month ago? The new one. And you're already the top seller there. You're going to do great. I know you will. I believe in you. You better do great. Dada wants a new fucking Harley. Frank Perry, again, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. Really do appreciate that. Tim Tully for $10 says, I see you have your apple tree up. Happy Isaac Newton's birthday. The 25th of December is Isaac Newton's birthday. Do you know who Isaac Newton is?
Scientist.
What's he famous for? We always challenge each other with this kind of shit. He invented gravity.
I was about to say, well, it has a law of gravity, doesn't it?
Newton's law of motion and all that.
Yeah.
It's what we former flat earth abusers used to use constantly. Newton's laws. But yeah, basically, I like to wind up flat earthers by saying Isaac Newton invented gravity. Because nobody invented gravity. So.
Yeah. But like, what's the need for gravity when the earth is flat? Like,
thank you. The earth being flat and gravity cannot comport with each other. Yeah. So either one or the other has to be fake. The observable, essential fact of gravity, the emergent properties of it, because we can't prove what it is specifically, but the emergent property of gravity, we can see it exists. I used it earlier today when I fell off that fucking step out there, for example, versus Earth is flat. I just realized the angle of the camera makes it look like I don't have eyes when I'm looking this way. I can't actually see that I have eyes. Do you want to take my seat? No, because then we'll have to shift everything around. Unless you want to control this. But like, this is some highly technical equipment here that I'm known for being a master of. Shadow Sulawan says, nice tree, really spruces up the place. Oh, I like it. That's beautiful. I'm going to use that when I go to my mum and dad's next week. Ed209 says, Demon, goddamn, 1 Baconator equals 3 pints of Guinness. Clearly. Yes. Freedom units. The Bio Explorer says, just leaving work, teacher, and saw this live. Wish I could hang out. Love you guys. But hey, they aren't American units of measure. They are English. That is true. But the rest of us were like, yeah, we probably shouldn't use those anymore because they are fucking ridiculous. But anyway, that's a fair point. Frank Perry for $2 says, we have a special cup for dry and wet ingredient. Oh, for fuck's sakes. What? God, that's what I like about... Wait, so
when they say like 1 cup of flour and then 1 cup of milk, they mean
two different measurements of cup. Why not just fucking milligrams and milliliters is so much easier. It's
Although I saw that you can get those kind of like scoopy spoon things that are like
they're handy.
They get like slightly bigger.
And they give you the milliliter and gram average.
Yeah.
You sure you can't eyeball a gram?
I don't get
Do you have any idea what that is?
No.
Come here, I'll whisper it to you.
Oh.
Yeah, she only deals in ounces. Paul Morrison for £5 says, I used to cook for the army and cake recipe was 8 pounds of butter, 8 pounds of sugar, 8 pounds of flour, and 80 eggs. And that would be 120 portions of sponge cake. Holy shit.
That is a lot of
My dad was a baker for many years. He gifted baker. And he used to eyeball everything. Now that's a man that can eyeball a gram.
The only thing I can
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, for God's sake. The only thing that I can kind of cook by eyeballing it is like a cream sauce. So like I can like
You do make a fucking mean sauce.
Yeah.
There was one day I have to take this off and fucking talk about bacon. I'm baking in this. I thought I had the shirt with the nipples cut out. Sorry.
Oh, damn. Missed opportunity.
What was that you made there not so long ago? And it was fucking. I was on a live stream. Oh, the chips. Holy shit.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Alfredo. Is that candle still lit on the table?
Not anymore. I just threw my cock hoodie up on top of a live candle. It's a good job you're here. Desert Chill for $5 says, you two make a lovely couple. Thank you. Well, kind of a quintuple now. What are you fucking whinging about, huh? You couldn't be hungry. You just ate your body weight in dog food.
She's exactly like her mama.
That's fucking true. Always whinging.
I meant that she loves her food.
The little legs. Fucking tuck your tail in, man. I don't want to touch your butthole. And she's so fucking cute. Was she the best surprise ever?
Best surprise ever.
She's weak for you, by the way. She cries when you leave.
Oh.
Tim Tully has been a member for 23 months. It'll be 2 years on the 25th of December.
That's crazy.
Says a liter is a quart and a liter is a quart and a liter and a little bit more. So it's just more than a quart.
Okay.
That's so fucking confusing, man.
Yeah, that would confuse the life out of me.
Granny V says she looks like your daughter you married up for sure. Tell him, and then we'll get into our show.
We went to a
Harley Davidson birthday, wasn't it?
And they were doing a raffle, and John had gotten up to go get the raffle tickets for himself, and I thought, let's double our chances of winning.
Yep.
Even though the raffle was for a leather jacket, which would have been way too big on me.
And it was horrendous looking, but it cost like $1,000.
So I said I'd enter anyway, and I went over to the lady selling the tickets, and I just said, could I get some tickets off you? And she said, are you sure you're old enough to enter? And I was like, yeah, I think so. I didn't know that there was an age limit on raffle tickets, but there apparently was. She was like, okay now. And she handed me the tickets and said, I'll give you these tickets, but if you win, make sure you give them to your father. And pointed directly at him.
That was the second time I was called somebody's father at that event.
And I had to explain to her that I was 25 and also your partner, yeah.
And she was like, oh, I am so sorry. And like, actually, I won't get into the club stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I was in Hegs laughing.
Hegs, for fuck. Tell them what Hegs means.
Like,
so just real quick,
almost like in stitches laughing. So
they don't know what that means either, man. That's an Irish in convulsions of laughter.
Yeah.
So the rest of Ireland, we say we're in stitches. It's hilarious. And then I remember when we met first, we were driving along one day and she was telling me a story. She was like, I was in Hegs. I was like, where's Hegs? She was like, no, I was in Hegs. And I was like, the fuck does that mean? And then she was like, it means I was laughing hysterically. I was like, Hegs? Yeah. But you can also be in a Hegs of crying as well, right?
Oh, yeah. So like if I was explaining that I was really upset about something, I'd be like, oh my God, I was in Hegs. As in like in Hegs crying versus in Hegs laughing. I don't know why I say it or where it comes from, but it just...
Fair enough.
It's a thing down in Tipperary.
Frank Perry says for $5, so we do not use metric because of pirates. They were sending over the weights from Spain and the ship was raised. So they said, fuck it, 12ths it is. 12ths instead of 10ths. Fucking hell. The guy went into a doctor the other day and he said, doctor, I feel like a wigwam and a teepee. He said, you're 2/10.
Oh, God.
It's good enough. How many times a day do I hit you with dad jokes?
Oh.
I must be someone's daddy because I'm dropping dad jokes all the time. Why can you only run? Hold on.
I don't know where this one is going now.
Why can you only run through a campsite and not ran? Because ran would be fuck. Let me start again. Why can you only ran through a campsite and not run? Because ran is past tense. Good night, folks.
You got there in the end.
Fuck off. Desert Chill for $5 says, I'm gonna need you to send me that puppy immediately. How about no? No, she's super cute. But you'll get to watch her grow here on the channel.
Yeah.
She's super fucking cute.
She's growing already.
She's really sweet though. She's really funny to watch. Paul Morrison for £5 says there'll be about 25 liters of custard. Holy shit, that sounds like a good time. Good bath. 5 trays of crumble, 18 portions a tray, 2 trays of bread and butter pudding, and then 200 different cold desserts. That's like us every weekend, frankly, isn't it?
Yeah.
My favorite is apple or rhubarb crumble with homemade good quality vanilla ice cream.
I love rhubarb and blackberry crumble.
Ooh, remember one night we were both like really craving something sweet, and we live in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of a forest next to a river in the middle of a fucking 2 mountains. So there's no shop for miles that's open most days. And we were like really craving something sweet, and we had nothing in the house because we'd just been away, remember? So we made sure the fridges were empty and stuff. And I whipped up, I had some apples that our neighbor gave us because we do that. Like we give each other random fucking stuff we've grown. I had some apples from the neighbor and I went out into the garden in the fucking dead of night.
Found the rhubarb.
And the rhubarb, and I picked blackberries.
Yeah.
Like 12 o'clock at night, and I stewed them real quick with sugar and honey.
It was gorgeous.
And then made a crumble. Yeah. And Chloe was still inside in bed watching TV, and I came in and I was like, rhubarb, apple, and blackberry crumble, all wild from the garden. And she was like, fuck off. No, it's not. I was like, I swear to God, look at the holes on my fingers from picking the fucking blackberries in the dark. Never, ever, ever pick blackberries in the dark. I have a raspberry bush growing out there. It's like
somebody said I'd be flattered if Demon was my daddy.
Oh, that's really nice. I think I'd be a good daddy. Do you think I'd be a good daddy? I think I'd be a good daddy.
You're a good pup daddy at the minute.
I'm a very good pup daddy. And I'm a good surrogate daddy when we're minding people's children.
Yeah.
I love kids though. They're fucking awesome. Paul says, what do you call a fake dad? An impopster? An impapa?
Not a clue.
Hold on.
Nothing is even coming to mind.
No, me either. Usually we'd be quick enough. What is in my fucking hair, man? I was a random fluff and stuff in my hair. Oh, that's a grey. A faux pas.
I get it.
Okay. Cool.
I like that one.
Anyway, let's get started. So you found some Am I the Assholes? And we want to get some input from the crowd here on who's the assholes. Do you want to pull those out for us?
Yes.
Let's rock and roll. What do you call a dog with no legs? Anything you want. He can't come to you. Oh, I know a super fucking dirty joke. Hold on. Let me just confer with the management.
Oh, yes, that's a funny one.
Am I allowed to tell that one? Will that get me in trouble?
It might.
That's a fair point.
But you should tell it anyway.
One in the side chat if you want to hear the really dirty, really inappropriate joke. All right.
I'm
so,
gonna find.
oh, you're an anatomy instructor. That's really cool. The Bioexplorer. I'm an anatomy instructor. I run a lab. I regularly use imperial metric, but don't really have a problem switching to English units when needed. It's all a matter of what you're used to using. That's true. Like I would measure people's weight in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody said to me, like we always like, I have loads of Polish friends, right? Everything they love, like big dudes, which sounds very homosexual, but they love big dudes. Right? I said, we're like, oh, my friend, he's 250 kg. I'm like, is big? Is it small? He's very big. Oh, okay. But if you said to me, my buddy, he's 16 and a half stone, I'd be like, fuck, that's a big Mufasa there, man. What? What? Mufasa was the big lion, right?
Yeah.
That's what you call it, a big... Have you never heard the term?
No.
That's a real Cork term. That's a big Mufasa. Instead of
heard
motherfucker,
that.
you say Mufasa.
Love
Mufasa
that.
from The Lion King.
I know who Mufasa is.
Oh, you're into that shit, aren't you? I hate Disney.
But
Sorry.
hold on.
Oh, except for that. And she looks like the... What's the lion? What's the baby lion? Simba. The tail. Look at her little tail wagging. She's such a cutie pie. You are so fucking cute. You want to wag your little tail? You're falling asleep. Oh my gosh, she's asleep. Babe, look. Babe.
No.
She twitches so much. Look at her little paws twitching. She's fast asleep. Listen to her when she's asleep. Well, that was easy. Hopefully it's that easy when we're fucking kids. Oh, she's a major floof. Big time. And the puppy is as well, actually. Okay. All right, okay. What were we talking about? I keep getting sidetracked by the fucking...
Am I the asshole?
Okay, let's go. You pick one at random.
Okay.
And we'll talk about it.
I found this one. I only kind of skimmed over the beginning of it, so hopefully it gets juicy.
Okay, you start reading it out. I'm just going to go grab a fresh drink. Do you want anything?
No, thank you. Am I the asshole for refusing to make my daughter issue an apology and
I love this one.
And telling the mother her daughter is a brat? My daughter Ava, 14, is a good kid in general. She gets good grades and is pretty quiet at school, sticking to her friend group and not causing issue. I was surprised getting a call today that I needed to pick her up since she got in trouble at school. Basically what happened was the class clown, Mia, was messing around in class, was dancing and singing during class for no reason. My daughter had had enough and told her to shut the fuck up. Nobody likes her and she is the reason nobody enjoys school. A student recorded the whole thing. Mia ended up crying and the principal sent them both to the office. Just to start off, your daughter's 14 and saying this to other kids.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Take your time.
The principal wanted my daughter to give an apology to her. I told them no and that we are leaving. This started the mum telling us her daughter needs an apology. I told her that her kid is a brat and she should learn how to behave in class. That if she wasn't so annoying, my daughter wouldn't have snapped after 5 months. She called me a jerk and my daughter is iffy if she should apologize. So I'm making this. And then she edited it after a couple of days and said, these were the things that was asked. The teacher was trying to get her back into her seat. This was in the middle of a lesson. She was trying and Mia kept ignoring her and kept going. Also, since some people are confused, this wasn't a one-time thing. According to my daughter, she had been dealing with this for 5 months. Another question I've seen is, does she have ADHD? And then to which the lady replied, no idea, not my kid. If she does, it may explain some things, but it doesn't excuse it.
Okay. Off the rip.
Oh, okay. So off the rip, I would definitely say this lady writing it is the asshole. That would just be my instinct.
I think that there is an even spreading of assholishness. Personally, I think everybody needs to, what we would say in the business, grow the fuck up.
Although Mia is the troubled child, I don't necessarily think she was singing and dancing. She wasn't abusing the teacher. She wasn't being mean to other kids. Also, the parent, Mia's mother, obviously didn't have anything to do with it. So she's not the asshole. I would say this lady writing it is the asshole.
Her kid isn't the asshole.
No,
Her kid was.
But her child still should be reprimanded and asked to apologize.
Yeah.
Once you talk, like, it's going too far.
Right. So what I would say is
between
this, right?
saying, "Can you please be quiet?" and "This is why nobody enjoys class" or "Nobody likes you."
Like, the "nobody likes you" thing was too far. And I'll tell you from personal experience, believe it or not, I was a bit of a class clown in school.
Oh,
and
really?
with the like untreated ADHD as a child is very difficult when you're a teenager. And I would even notice myself disrupting class and being a pain in the ass. And you do get quite self-conscious of it, but you can't stop. It's fucking really hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for another child to turn around and go, "This is why nobody likes you," that was too far. Her frustration needs to be acknowledged, sure.
Yes, of course.
But say to her, like, "Look, I understand you're frustrated, but that's not the way to deal with it. Saying something that nasty is just not cool. It's fucked up."
Yeah.
You know?
But I think the mother not acknowledging that the child should apologize for saying horrible things about the other child, regardless of how annoying the child might have been, and also the mother for calling the troubled child names.
Yeah, well, that's fucking not on because she's the adult here.
Exactly.
So she needs to act like it. Carl's Order of the Squirrels asks, "What is your favorite animal?"
Ooh. Either dogs or sloths.
You resemble one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Loverly Wigglesworth says, "That brat child making all the noises, abusing everybody, teacher and kids both. So the one who said that people don't like you was probably telling the truth." That's probably true, though.
I didn't, but see, I get that. Mm-hmm. I really do think that even if that child was telling the truth, maybe it might have been a bit too harsh because you don't know how that could damage a child's self-esteem.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're at the age where they're going to be making mistakes and they're not perfect. I think that should have definitely been dealt with by adults outside the classroom.
Appropriately as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daisy May says, "I was bullied for being short terribly." Do you know anybody who's quite vertically challenged?
Me. I'm 5 foot.
And I'm 6'4". Ish.
5'9".
I am not 5'9". That's bullshit. You take that back.
Okay, 5'9.5".
I'm 5'11" and a tiny bit. I'm a pube hair over 5'11". I'm not a 6-footer. Well, I am when I'm lying down.
Love God.
Sorry, I had to. Truths can hurt too. Yeah, that is true. But
there's a difference between being truthful and being truthful while being respectful to that person, or being truthful with the intent of hurting that person.
Yeah, but that's assuming that she intended to hurt her.
But there's so many different deliveries of truth. You can deliver it in a way that you're still telling the truth, but being tactful.
That would be you.
Or you can deliver it in a way that might hurt other people's feelings.
That would be me. I can be a little bit like...
Although I get it, at the same time, the daughter was still only 14. So although I do think, yes, it might have been true. Yes, you shouldn't have said it in that way. But I think it's definitely a life lesson to learn how to apologize for hurting someone's feelings.
Yep. Yeah, it's teaching tactfulness.
Yep.
is vitally important. Like in the workplace, in education, tactfulness is everything. Frank Perry says, here's the thing though, both parents should have band together and both should have been consequences, maybe apologizing to the whole class. I agree with that.
Yeah,
That's
I
absolutely
do
perfect.
110% agree with that. I do believe that that child should then go and apologize to the class for disrupting it.
JD Horror is 6'3", so he's only 3 inches taller than me. Nice, JD. Nice, JD. Okay, let's move on to the next one. While you're getting up the next one, I will read some of these out.
Yeah.
Puffy Mummy says, I have a feeling that this lovely lady and Mr. Demon will have a beautiful child. Just saying, you two are absolutely adorable. Thank you. Yeah, we both love to have kids. Definitely. Yeah. Couldn't eat a whole one, but...
I could, half and half.
That's really fucked up. You went too far. Paul Fraser says, teach her manners, good education starts at home. I think that goes for both kids.
Yep.
The more challenged kids, obviously that's going to be harder to get through. We know what it's like to deal with ADHD kids and ADHD adult age kids.
And ADHD partners.
Yeah, both of us are pretty fucking bad. Connie H says, what an adorable couple you guys make. Thank you very much indeed.
And I love the name Connie. That was one of the top of my list if I ever had a little girl. If we ever had a
little girl, but sadly I can't use that name for reasons that I can't say on here. I think it's an absolutely beautiful name for a girl. I love it for a girl.
Yeah. And or we kind of had a discussion when you said I can't use Connie. I was like, well, what about Bonnie?
Bonnie. Because in Scotland, Bonnie means beautiful as well.
A bonnie wee lass.
A bonnie wee lass. And Potluck has been a member for 18 months, says, what did you do to give Merb a butt plug pain? I don't really know. And frankly, and this isn't towards you, I don't give a shit what Merb says, to be honest. Like, I'm just not interested.
I seen some of the videos he made, and
he just sounds really salty and like he posts this really old picture of me from when I had Jose, that little dog. That was, I think that picture is about 12 years old, maybe 14 years old. And I was morbidly obese. I was sick. I was miserable. But that's not me anymore, baby. I'm fucking... You know what I mean? I feel great. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, post an old picture of me when I was really fat. What of it?
And even
so...
I was just about to say, even if you did still look like that...
Who gives a fuck? Like, that doesn't... Your size, your weight, your body shape, that doesn't diminish who you are as a person.
No, but also I could somewhat understand if he was trying to get to you somehow, if you had ever done anything to him or was a bad guy in general. You know what I mean?
Well, so a lot of people think I'm a bad guy, and that's fine. They can think that all they want. Like, I am a bad guy to some people. Some people think I'm the enemy and I'm horrible. And that may be true in their view. And that's fine. As far as I know, I've never done that to him. He said the word that we would use for cigarettes about somebody on my show one day. And I said, look, I don't like that on my show. Please don't say that on my show. And he went off about it. Like, I don't give a fuck if he uses that word. That's fine. I don't want it on my show. Talk about the First Amendment and stuff. Yeah, my show, my rules. If you don't like it, fuck off. You know?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, that's the way it is. But yeah, no, I have absolutely no interest in what he has to say, frankly. And that's not me being nasty or having a shot at him. I just don't care. Like, I really just don't care. He's nasty to me. He's nasty to Shiz. He's nasty to a whole bunch of people. I'm also nasty to people too. And sure, like, some people are my target when I think that they're deserving of it. He obviously thinks I'm deserving of it.
Who would you say you're nasty to?
I don't know. I'm kind of nasty to Chili. But then at the same time, if Chili really needed my help, I'd back him up. I'd help him. You know what I'm like behind closed doors.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I'd... And I would help absolutely anybody. But I don't know if I'd... It would depend on what, like, if it was life or death, I'd help Chili. But not if... It was just helping him out just for the sake of helping him out.
There was that time where he acted like we were in the fucking thick of it, me and him. Mm-hmm. And he accidentally showed his credit card number on the screen. And I messaged him straight away. I was like, just to let you know, I know you're in the middle of fucking suing me right now, but you left your credit card number on the screen and people were talking about fucking around with it, because that's the decent thing to do.
Yeah.
There was a time me and Dr. Dave were at it. I was basically made homeless instantly overnight. and Dr. Dave, you wouldn't know him, started mocking me about it live in the air. Really horrible shit. And then somebody else started calling him a pedophile and all this kind of stuff and sending people to his house.
I don't understand why it's a common thing
They always go to that.
that if you don't like someone,
Call him a fucking pedo or a Nazi.
Yeah.
It's because it's the worst possible thing to be. And so it's like, I don't like you. I can't fucking roll with you. I can't push back on your arguments with arguments. So I have to go for the worst thing I know. Michael called you a la belladonna.
What does that mean?
Like a beautiful lady.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Wes in the house. You haven't met Wes yet.
No.
We tried to meet up with Wes when we were coming down from Dublin that day, but we were way too late coming back. Remember?
Yes.
That's Wes that does the 3D printing, my buddy. Delicious is in the house. The beautiful D, all the way from Australia land. Good to see you, darling. I hope you're doing well.
I'd love to go to Australia too.
Your favorite animal is sloths or dogs, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so that's my view on that. I frankly couldn't give a fuck what he says about me. Like, I have no ill will to him. He's a guy who really knows what he's talking about, and I respect that. But other than that, I'm not interested in what he has to say. Frankly, I don't watch his stuff. People always message me, and I'm like, oh, he said what? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, people say nasty shit about me all the time. I just don't care.
It's really lovely that people look out for you.
Oh, 100%. I love that people keep me up to date on stuff, but I'd be like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't care what he says, frankly.
Yes.
Oh. Somebody asked me one night if Chili de Castro, what was it? If Chili de Castro and Glenn Serio were both drowning and you only had one life jacket, what kind of sandwich would you make? I thought that was very mean. Clearly, you chose the chili. Because with the greatest respect in the world, and I was a big fucking lad myself. Now, I was never as big as Glenn, but a life jacket would be wasted on him. God love him.
Could you not throw it to Glenn and then Chili can use Glenn as a float?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. You know, if Chili went under the water, though, that was actually kind of funny. Really mean.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know. But anyway, if Chili went underwater, he would technically be a submarine. Because of that hamster up his ass, would be the Submariner. I bet you he's done that kind of shit, probably.
But hamster up his butt.
His butt. His butt. Your accent is adorable. Yeah, see, people side with you. It is fucking brilliant. It is. It's mean as shit, but being mean's okay sometimes because it's all in jest. Granny V says, Mrs. Demon, I spit my coffee. She's way more badass than me when it comes to this kind of shit. You can be cold as ice, man.
I mean it sometimes, but I don't mean it all the time.
See, I tend to be a little bit more careful about what I say. Not that I really give a fuck. Like, I'll just say.
See, I'm a bit of a flutter brain.
Loose cannon is what I would say.
No, as in, like, I say whatever I'm thinking. I may not necessarily mean it, but that's what pops into my head.
Yeah, we had that earlier. I won't say what I said, but you just went like, mm-hmm. And then I left the room and I burst back in. I was like, hold on a fucking second. What do you mean, mm-hmm? Anyway, oh, we're not married yet. A lot of people keep thinking that because they say Mrs. In Ireland, it's very common to say Mrs. when you're not married to somebody.
Yep, you'd say, oh,
the Mrs.
The Mrs. over there.
Fat floats and Chili would sink. But which one is the witch? That's a good point. That's how they used to test if somebody was a witch or not. They'd drown them, and if they drowned, it meant that they weren't a witch. So sorry, whoops.
Just for peace of mind, you know.
Just for peace of mind, yeah. Danger Aware is a legend, by the way. Danger Aware, post all your links anytime, my friend. Any fucking time. And please don't send super chats. Use it for what you guys are doing over there. That's more important. Thank you so much indeed. Right, next story. Let's do the Uncle Daddy one because I really like that one. That's clever.
Oh, I want to do this one first.
Mr. Loverly says, I'd call Chili scum, but scum floats. And Arthur says, for £2, English wit overrides all tongue control. That is true. She is English.
There's nothing wrong with being English. But B, I'm
Oh, we get it. We know your DNA and everything. Where were you born, man? Anyway.
I was born
I need to stretch out my hip.
in London.
My fucking hips.
I wanted to read this one. Where is it? I'll find it. Oh, this one. Am I the asshole for criticizing my brother as a parent? This is an extremely weird situation.
Hold on, did I hear this one yet?
I read a little bit of it to you.
Okay, go for it.
Nobody in my family. Jesus Christ.
You tired, darling?
Nobody in my family knew this until recently, but a while back, I, 27 male, donated sperm to make some money. Guessing you know where this is going.
Can I ask you something real quick? Is donated sperm a euphemism for OnlyFans?
What? How would that be a euphemism for OnlyFans?
Well, a load of people on OnlyFans donate sperm for money. They donate their sperm all over somebody and then get paid for it.
Each to their own and all that.
No,
jazz?
but like, is that what this is?
No.
Okay. Seems I haven't heard this one yet.
Months ago, my brother, Chris, and his wife, Jeanette, talked to me about them deciding to have a baby by using artificial insemination. My brother has problems with fertility. They did treatment for 2 years, then they decided on adoption when that didn't work. Then the parents changed their mind and kept the baby. Basically, they'd been through it and just wanted to have a baby. They found out I'm a donor because they looked on the same site. None of my personal, I almost said personal. None of my personal info is on it except for a childhood picture of me and some vague info of what I studied in school and stuff. But obviously, Chris recognized me. They both sat me down and pretty much asked for my blessing about using my sperm. I said no, there's no way I'd be comfortable with something like that. Yeah, I donated sperm because I needed the money, but any child being born from that would never be a part of my personal life, not at least for like 18 years or ever if they didn't reach out. I'd see this kid constantly because of our family gets together almost 2 to 3 times a month. My brother lives 5 minutes from me. And then I said it's just plain weird for my own sister-in-law to be injected with my sperm, carry a kid that is biologically mine. Then one day the kid finds out their uncle is their biological father. Just no. They were put off by my answer, but never brought it up again, so I thought that was it. Months later, they announced they're pregnant. Everyone knows they used a donor. What none of us knew is that they still went through with using mine.
That's fucked up.
My brother was distant for a while until he came out and told me the truth because he was starting to feel bad and the baby is going to be here soon. I felt a rush of so many emotions, but most of all, I was angry. And yeah, I did call them selfish and crazy because did they consider how this would affect the child when they found out I was their biological dad, how it would affect them mentally, and also what it would do to me seeing my biological child all the time. How that would fuck with my mind. Sister-in-law was crying. My brother got mad at me for insulting them after everything they've gone through. My parents know everything now and they're involved. First, they were pretty upset with my brother for going along knowing that they didn't have my okay, but they think I didn't have a right to judge who they are as parents. My brother especially thinks I'm an asshole because it's not my place who they decide to use as a donor since I'm the one that donated in the first place. They are right. I don't have the right to decide what they do, but it's just so fucking bizarre and I'm feeling a lot. But does it make me the asshole for still basically insulting them as parents?
Get a load of that guy. Sorry, I've been holding on to that for ages. Okay, I'll give my view on this one first. I think that they are the assholes and he's not. That's a really fucked up thing to do, right? I get it. He donated openly. He donated openly, and technically they have the right to use his little soldiers, right? His jism, his baby batter, right? give me some other euphemisms for semen in the side chat. So technically they have the right. It's really fucked up to do it though when he expressly said that he wouldn't be comfortable with it and that would be fucked up for the kid. It is very Yeehaw, Alabama kind of shit for me. I wouldn't fucking like it. I think it's really weird.
Although,
oh, can I just tell you something?
I was thinking
A sperm donor, a carpenter, and Julius Caesar all walk into a bar. He came, he saw, he conquered. Can I just tell you one more? I went into a sperm bank one time, and the nurse said, could you just masturbate into the cup? Could you just masturbate in the cup? I said, look, I'm pretty good at it, but I don't think I'm ready to compete yet. The cup. Anyway, you give me your shot.
Although I do think like some people ask their siblings to donate sperm or eggs or whatever to become pregnant. At the same time, I'm still feeling like you can ask, and if they say no, they say no. I think that the parents of the baby are assholes. They've just put everybody in an uncomfortable situation.
Can you imagine the situation if it was your sister having my baby again? This is a running issue. Not that I had a baby with
a running
sister.
joke.
It's a running joke and a bit of an issue, to be fair. Every time we go out and Chloe's sister is there, they automatically assume that me and her sister are together.
Because they have similar aesthetics.
Yeah. Yeah. We both have black beards. We both ride Harleys.
What are you looking at?
Never you mind.
Ooh. Do you want me to read another one? Oh, actually, I want to see what people thought of that one.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Could you do that as like a permanent occupation? Because I know a lot of guys that just stay at home and wank all day. They may as well get paid for it. Can you imagine how much money is slipping through their fingers?
Although, could you make that? I suppose some people become surrogates. It's the same.
Like I know lads that are capable of being professional wankers. Like I mean, seriously, like top quality. No, wait, no, I can't vouch for that because I haven't been. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. I've got nothing to say.
Oh,
feeding
that's
the geese.
a good one.
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a nut job though. What would you do if you didn't feel like going in that day? Would you ring your boss and be like, I can't come to work today?
That was a terrible one.
What would you say if people ask you what you do for a living? Like, oh, is it difficult or whatever? I mean, yeah, well, like most of the time it's pretty hard. You know, I just come and then I come and then I go. You get it?
The issue wasn't the volume.
It's like being a panda.
Mm-hmm.
Eats, shoots, and leaves. Did you get it?
Yes, I get that one now.
Frank Perry for $2 says you would have to save Chili as you are his daddy. That is true. It would be.
Yeah.
Now, just to be clear, though, Chili was birthed via the anus. Delicious says that is just so wrong. It is pretty fucked up in my view. Anybody say baby gravy yet? Yeah, you don't get paid for wanking in Australia.
You don't get paid for sperm donation.
No, not in Australia. You don't.
I don't think you can't donate sperm here, can you?
You can, but like people might not be too happy about it. Like you might get arrested for it. Like
no, but
it doesn't matter how much of a philanthropist you are. If you're standing on the street just throwing that out, people are gonna get fucking angry. I'm telling you.
Like
do you ever try to get that stuff out of a tweed hat? Yeah, like a really like a creepy Oprah. Jizz for you and jizz for you.
Jizz for everyone in the audience.
Oh, that's fucked up, babe. Let me see here now. Any other? Nicole, this is entering the dinner hour here in the US. I'm not sure how it works in California. It's the same everywhere. Basically, you put your hand on the penis.
Oh, for the love
you
of
look
God.
it in the eye, and you strum for Ireland. Okay, yeah, no, that's a bit too much. In America, they do have the sperm banks. Like, it's a good name for the sperm bank. You go in, you make a deposit, and then you leave with cash. Think about it, like it's pretty spot on. Imagine if there was a machine outside though to get it out. Imagine accidentally going to the wrong machine, you put your card in and you get,
See, I don't think that would happen because they don't want it to just
squirt out of a machine on the side of the road.
You're not going to get pregnant through your nostrils.
What?
It says you're not going to get pregnant through your nostrils.
That's another thing that I often say. I don't like the term Japsai for a urethra because I think it's racist. So I think that we should right across the board, across the world, call it a cock nostril. I think it's only fair. We all have two. So, right, lads? Some ladies. Anyway, moving fucking very swiftly onwards because this is becoming a bit of a sticky situation.
I'll read one more before I head to bed.
Bit of a cock up.
Don't dick me around.
Oh, gee.
You see?
Flower of Tipperary dropped that from her mouth. Jesus. Oh, God. Anyway, I have given it a tremendously too much thought. Like, no question about it. Speaking of that, you need to try that sausage. Why don't you give her to try to Drover? She'll fucking hate it.
Oh.
They're choosy about donors. Can you just mail it in? Went into the chemist the other day and I asked for Viagra.
Yeah.
I said to the lady behind, not that I need it. I said to the lady behind, it was for a friend. I said to the lady behind the counter, can I get it over the counter? She said, well, if you take 2 of them, you can. But they didn't have any left because somebody stole it all. Somebody stole all the Viagra.
Mm-hmm.
He was a hardened criminal.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But I did manage to get one. I took it the other night. It got stuck in my throat. I had a stiff neck all night. I do know a guy that died from taking too much Viagra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they couldn't get the coffin closed. Jeez, babe, is that your drink?
Mm-hmm.
That's straight whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
No, bourbon. After that segue, I wouldn't eat that sausage. She's got a point there.
Yeah.
No, you're eating the sausage. Somebody's going to give me a damn good fucking reason for you to eat that sausage in the side chat. You don't have to eat the whole fucking sausage. I'd be pissed if you did because it was really expensive. Well, it was like £6, but like for that little bit of sausage, that's quite expensive. Anyway, what have you got for me? Hello?
I'm thinking.
What?
How am I going to get out of eating the sausage?
I don't know. Weren't you looking for something, no?
Looking for what?
Looking for another story.
Oh, yes.
Fucking hell, woman. Is that a Supermax Christmas glass? It most certainly is, sir. The finest of Irish crystalware. Supermax Christmas glass. Sean O'Sullivan's up your neck of the woods. Tipperary. He's over in Thurles.
Oh, Thurles is literally
a shithole.
15 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the shithole angle, but 15 minutes is fine.
From where all my family.
We might go up on your next day off through Thurles, preferably fucking over Thurles, and on down to County Clare because I need to batter the shit out of some fucker over there. Talking sausage after that Viagra joke, yeah. John Fisher Art says just suck on it a little for the flavor of the sausage. That's probably the worst part for you anyway. That sounded fucking messed up, but
yes.
like because it's the flavor of like raw meat. It's lovely.
Oh no!
What?
Raw meat?
Not quite raw meat. I'm gonna go get it because it's fucking delicious. Hold on, I can't stop thinking about it now.
Mm.
You know what's good when it comes in a baggie. So this is Droves. Any South Africans in the side chat will know exactly what this is. That is not a petrified poop.
It looks it. Does that have aniseed in it?
A little bit. It's made out of springbok, wild boar,
What's springbok?
live bukkake, mukbang, live mukbang, not bukkake. That was the last story. Springbok is like a deer, a big horny deer.
Yeah.
It's an antelope.
Aw,
What?
you're eating an antelope.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
What? Hold on. We 10 kilos of antelope in that fucking fridge last week and you didn't care?
That's antelope meat.
Yeah.
I thought it was just mincemeat.
What was that weird meat we saw earlier? I was like, I gotta get some of that, and then I forgot to go back for it.
What weird meat?
Oh, it was a bison sirloin steak.
Yes.
I'm getting that tomorrow.
Oh, this one. My son.
Oh, so sorry. Let me just read these first. Actually, would you read it?
Frank Perry, you are
Read that.
Frank Perry for $2. You are Surströmming. She can try the sausage. Surströmming?
Surströmming. Would you try that? What would you prefer to try? The surströmming or the sausage?
What's Surströmming?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Frank Perry on this one.
What would you try? I can get surströmming tomorrow. So either you try this now or surströmming tomorrow.
I'm gonna go with Surströmming.
All right. On that note, we'll pause this for a minute. I'm going to show you a video of somebody eating surströmming and see if it changes your mind. Now, I've done it.
I'm a little bit scared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to get demonetized for this, but it's so worth it.
Open my eye.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, God. Okay, nope.
Will you not get copyrighted?
Not,
Okay, all right.
oh my god.
It's
What
sewage.
is it?
It's sewage in a can.
Oh my god.
I'm out. Can we leave?
That's so bad.
Oh, it's coming. It's traveling. It's traveling.
Oh my God.
Oh god.
Oh, fermented
Someone
fish.
turn on the air.
Yep.
I have the worst gag reflex. I'm definitely gonna heat.
It's one of the worst things I've
To be
ever
fair,
smelled
chili
in my
doesn't
life,
have a gag
and
reflex.
I can't wait to get out of here. I smelled this from outside the building.
I don't see how you can eat this indoors.
There's
Beautiful,
a lot of
beautiful
terrible
smell.
smells in there.
It's like
I'm a
fish.
pop-up
Baby
bed.
diaper.
Oh,
Cheese,
fuck
you're
right
eating
off.
the
No, you
fruit.
don't just get to dip like that. It's either the sausage or the surströmming.
No, no, no. I can't do either unless you want me to physically vomit.
That'd be great for fucking TV. Arthur for £2 says, batter someone. Given the context, I'm worried.
That
That's
was a
fucking
good one.
hilarious. And finally, because you want to go to bed, yeah?
Yep.
She can't get enough of me. I nailed some
Are you
sausage.
okay?
Yep, I'm good. I inhaled some sausage. No, I'm good. Like, it came back out.
Oh.
Could you read that, please?
Delicious. Oh, yum. I have a friend from South Africa that introduced me to these. Love them.
Every department store in Australia has the little fucking shop that sells biltong, snapsticks, and these beauties.
I've heard of biltong and drovers. What a snapstick.
It's like drovers, but thinner and harder, and you snap it.
Right.
fucking
Hence the
love it.
name snapsticks.
That's fucking delicious. really is.
That's delicious.
That is delicious. Stephen Kurtnyank for £10 says this chat took a dark turn trying to get Mrs. Demon to try some sausage live on the air. I had Surströmming on one of my trips. It tastes like literal shit. First of all, how do you know what shit tastes like?
Oh, good question.
I know how shit tastes. What?
I don't want to know.
Long story. You don't want to know.
Don't want to know.
The late noughties were crazy fucking times. Bob Nodell's Gyroscope says, did Mrs. Demon see the Sparkler video yet?
I did. It is
What's the best part of it?
hilarious.
It's JL's laugh. It's
Yeah.
got to be JL's laugh. Mike says Irish Demon is choking on the sausage. Actually,
Common occurrence in this house.
you should have specified me.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go. That's what we call an own goal. Well done. Well done. You're supposed to eat it, not inhale it. I thought it was a smoked sausage.
Oh, that was just terrible.
What do you call a canine magician?
A labracadabrador.
You know, sometimes you read this like, you know, when you type something into the computer and then you hit the sound button to make it read.
Yeah.
I notice you do that sometimes. But when you read me shit at home, you don't read like that at all.
How do I read when I'm reading?
When you read, I think it's because you're nervous at the camera, to be honest. When you read stuff to me, you'll be like, babe, listen to this. So anyway, Jim went to there and blah, 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 blah. And you read it really naturally. But when you read it here, you'd be like, Stephen say his last name. Try it.
Stephen Kurtnick.
Kurtnick.
Kurtnick?
Mm-hmm.
For £5 says,
Wait a second. Just picture do in a shopping mall just before you say this. Go.
the hotel I was in last week and it had shit on breakfast.
I've been in a few fucking hotels like that. It may as well have been shit on the breakfast. Do I know how I know what shit tastes like?
What?
Worst fucking single experience of my life. You know how much I love riding my motorcycle.
Yes.
And I do many miles and many fucking smiles in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Cruising along, coming back from a party, a really fucking wild party. And I was not still wasted or anything because it was like well into the next day. But I was so hungover. Like I was bad. Cruising along and a bird shit on my visor. Now, usually I wear a piss pot, an open face helmet, but it was a long spin. So I wore, you know, my flip down helmet?
Yeah.
With a brand new clear visor on it. So I had my flip down helmet, right? So it's an open face helmet with a visor. So I'm fucking cruising along. Feel shit. I pop my head up, bird shit right in my face. So I pulled my visor up because I couldn't see shit. And I had sunglasses on anyway, no big deal. Pulled my visor up, bird shit right into my mouth. Babe, it bypassed my lips and my tongue and went straight to the back of my throat. I realized the context there is very important with what I said. Hit me right full load in the back of my fucking throat.
Can somebody edit
No,
this?
shut the fuck up. It was, yeah, I got a full load right in the back of my throat of bird shit, seagull shit. Have you ever seen a seagull shit?
No.
It's like a plate of mashed potatoes at high velocity right back your face.
No.
Right? Wait.
God.
No, it gets fucking worse, right? So I had gloves on.
Yeah.
Wiped the shit off my visor with the glove because I got shit on my sunglasses. So I had to pull the shitty sunglasses off. Tried to put those really expensive fucking sunglasses into my pocket. They flew off the fucking bike. I couldn't stop because I was in a row of 50, 60 motorcycles. So they were fucking gone. Managed to wipe the shit off my helmet, but now my hand is covered in shit. My glove, right? So I got a shitty glove, a shitty helmet, shitty sunglasses, and shit down my throat, right? So I started flicking the glove off like that. Expensive fucking gloves that I got in Australia, gone. I just took the other one off and fucked that away too, because what's the point in having one glove? Anyway, managed to pull the visor back down.
Michael Jackson impersonations.
What? You fucking
The use for one glove.
Oh, that was very fucking clever. Any other uses for one glove in the side chat? Anyway, so I fucking hooked the glove away, cruising along, and I started to settle back down. I was after spitting up all this fucking bird
Did you
shit.
get sick?
I'm about to tell you. Pull the visor back down, put my hand in my ass pocket because I had tissue in there, wipe the visor clean, spotless. Cruising along, I've got cruise control on the bike. Wipe the visor clean. Fucking miserable again. Try not to get sick here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I regurgitated the bird shit that I'd swallowed.
Oh, God.
But I regurgitated it via my nasal passage and it dribbled down my face. So I immediately projectile vomited into the inside of my visor. But I mean, it just went like that. My body just was like, nope. Guinness and bird shit do not mix.
Oh, my God.
Clip that and put it on a fucking t-shirt. Guinness and bird shit don't fucking mix. Boom! Projectile vomited in the inside of my visor. I nearly crashed the fucking bike. So yeah, that was my day. It was good fun though.
Sounds like a good time.
Yep. Donations of baby gravy, one-handed glove. That's a fair point. But thank you so much for that, Stephen. Really do appreciate that, my friend. And Stephen for $5 says, "Oh yeah, the hotel I was in had shit on the I, like legit. I've been in hotels that may as well have had shit on it." Frank Perry for $2 says, "People in your old house looking for the smell." That's probably to do with the fish and the fucking curtain poles.
What?
The fish and the curtain poles. Because fuck my old landlord.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Australia, 45 degrees, fish in the curtain poles. Imagine trying to find where that smell is coming from. Good luck, fucker.
Ew.
Learned that from my brother, Jer. Delicious has been a member for 2 years, says, "Finish my triple shot killer coffee. Time for work." Oh, you lucky fucker. I really want some killer coffee, but they only sell it in Australia. Stephen York for $7.99 Aussie dollars says, "Why did the chicken not cross the road? It saw what happened to the zebra." Beautiful. The zebra flattened out in the road.
Oh, yes.
That's a fucking
Yes,
good
that's a
one.
good one. That's a
Good
good
one.
one.
Oh,
No,
good
that's a good one.
Good one.
It is.
Why did Chili cross the road?
Why?
Because he had the chicken up his arse. Because he's a pervert. Fact. He is a perv. I actually, that is a fact. I'm not showing you that proof.
No.
Oh, wait, no, don't be noting nothing. The Navy Doc has been a member for a month, says, nice to meet you, Mrs. Demon.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you, 3.
And 4 and 5 and 6.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I actually had to bury the Surströmming because it stunk so fucking bad.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, it was so bad. It was homemade Surströmming that somebody sent me that their fucking mom or something made. I cracked that fucker open, man. It was like Nagasaki. It was like, boom. Anyway, you look exhausted. Anyway, lads. Sorry. I was sitting in traffic the other day. Probably why I got run over. All right, lads and lassies. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, boss lady. You're going to join us again. When are you off next? Thursday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Oh, man, that fucking sucks.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome any fucking time. Do you want to go away? I'm going to play JD Horror's short See Us Out, and then I'm going to head to bed.
I will, of course.
I will see you in there.
Good night.
Good night. Why are we talking like this? What the fuck is going on?
Say good night.
Good night. Oh, you weren't talking to me. I thought you were fucking talking to me. I'm just trying to bring up your short there. Thank you so much, Daisy May. Daisy May loves us and says that I'm super cute and you're all right. Something like that. And I can't remember exactly what she said. Give me 1 sec here now. Oh my God, show the camera, babe. That's the microphone. That's the camera.
Oh.
You're so funny.
Can they see it? Her?
I don't know. Hold on.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do my dock suspension test
Oh
on
my
the
God,
King
she's
song.
so cute.
Answer quickly. What color was her camel toe? Fuck. Eyes. What color were her eyes? Shit.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do my dock suspension test on the King song S.
Answer quickly. What color was her camel toe? Fuck. eyes.
That is fucking
Color were her
hilarious.
eyes. Shit.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do my dock
Hold
suspension
on, she has
test
eyes.
on the king size.
I mean, never mind. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I had a ball. Glad you guys had a good time chatting with Chloe and seeing Pippa and our lovely Christmas tree. If you guys would like to see us again, maybe Sunday when you're off, or what time you finish Saturday, whatever, maybe Saturday night, Sunday, we'll find the time. Anyway, thank you all so much. I gotta get off to bed too. I'm absolutely based, and I'll catch you all later. Sláinte.